People, welcome back to Detroit Culture Radio Show. One of the biggest radio shows, one of them in Detroit for now. But my co-host, my host not here today. I supposed to have a co-host Holly Star today, but she might show. She might don't show. Welcome to Talk Your Mess Tuesday, people. After 6:10, you can call in about the topics we talking about, what I'm talking about, cause you see I'm here, but I'm here for y'all, and y'all can call in and talk about the topics I'm talking about. But I did have my special guest come in, Omar, Lion of Cambridge. He couldn't make it today. He had to take care of some business with some house. Let me tell you a story about this guy. I met this guy like about 2011, 2010, around that time. He came from Brooklyn. The reason he came from it, he knew about Detroit house market. And this guy came and it was like on Paul and Evergreen where I was staying at the time. And he actually was like 2008, honestly, around that time, 2008, 2007. But back to the story. But he bought a house, and me and my cousin, long story short, we helped him out. I showed him some skills I had. I went to school for doing floors, so I'm certified floor installer, marble, vinyl, wood, whatever. No, I do that. But I helped him out. I did his floors for him, and then he took off, and he did what a lot of people from the city of Detroit do, and you can't complain when somebody else comes to your city and buy things up and make a living for themselves, or build up wealth with themselves. That's what something you should be doing, because you from the city and you should be having the first dibs at it. But you don't do your due diligence or do your research to try to get these houses. You ready to go take them and break in them and take stuff off of them and get a couple dollars for them. You can know down the line that's an asset. Remember that a house always an asset to you. You buy it, you do what you do, but you always can pull off that house. What you gonna buy out there? You can't pull. You can pull off a car. What you gonna pull? A couple dollars. But a house, you always a safe haven, and you got somewhere to stay all the time. So think about that. And I give a big up to Omar. He couldn't make it because he's doing this thing. He's like the representative of the compound. He definitely would be here to give y'all more information how the compound work. I wish I could have had him here because he can explain it more. I did. They gave me a tour, and it's nice. And it is a compound. It's huge. It's big. So it's something that you want to throw some parties at or do some events. Yeah, you can do that. But to the topic, Detroit. I love my city, so I always look up knowledge, look up things from the city. Did you know Detroit was the first city you can you got the digits, your phone number in 1879. Detroit was one of the first cities that had the phone, I believe. If I recall, I read, yeah. But like I said, Detroit, I love my city, born and raised. I would never ever say where I rather live here. I've been over the 20 cities in my life, so some of the major cities that everybody go to, so I've been there. So, and ain't nothing like my city. It's like ain't nothing like home. So I always love the city. I always love the history that we put out. Did y'all know Martin Luther King? I had a dream speech before he did it in Washington. He debuted it in Detroit. Did y'all know that? So yeah, I'm one of them guys that gonna give you a lot of history that most of y'all have to rehear things to keep it synced in, because sometimes you get strayed away and you forget. And maybe if you understand and forget where our people came from and what they did to get us where we are today, if you keep that instilled in your mind, you will understand where you be going in life, and you'll make a better decision in life of what you will do. I know we all grew up in a certain situation where we have to well, you say you put in the environment, you're a product of your environment, so it's a choice. You gonna go with it or don't go with it. Most of us go, but some of us go with it. Some of us fall off, and some of us get learning from it. Some of us make it out, but not a lot of us make it out. So I understand that part of that, but we always have a choice to do better and make a different decision. And 9 out of 10, when you do see it as kids coming up and teenagers, they get in their 20s, and I've been there too. You don't really change. Sometimes you don't really see a change out of no one to when they have a child. Some change and that child changed them, but some just have a do some ran in with them streets and made them change their lives. So we all know what that pie is about. But yeah, some make it and some don't make it out. But for the ones who made it out and for the ones that who are still trying to make it out, keep going. Because if you stop, you can't give up because that's your journey. Only one person know your journey is you. So you have to keep the journey going. Keep it up. Keep it up. No matter how hard it gets, you got to keep it going. I can give you a couple of examples. You can go look over the world and see how people living, So you guarantee you probably is one of the blessed ones in the world. Had the opportunity, especially the ones who I know living in Detroit. You got the freedom to do whatever. So it's not to the fact that you don't want to, ain't nothing out there for you. You just don't want to apply yourself. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you no lies. I'm gonna speak facts to you. This is what we here for. It's like if your mother and father around in the 70s, some in late 60s, they like the last ancestors, the last ones to preach the knowledge to us. So who gonna be the next? So it's got like from our age, my age bracket on and on, we the ones got to be the next ones to actually I try to say the elders to the fact we got to be the next elders. Our elders is to the ages where they is to the point where they scared of what's going on out here, and you have to understand. You have to step up to a point where when you gonna say enough is enough. I'm just telling you. You can talk. You see. I watched this episode. I was, first. I know a lot of y'all probably know First 48. So talking my mess though. I'm just telling you real talk though. But this guy was in there for First 48 murders. He shooting, but he played that tough role. He was playing that tough role when he was in the streets. But when he got caught up, and they tricked him too though. At that point. They tricked him. They ain't even had nothing on him. They just went in there with a piece of. If you probably seen this episode, they went in there with a witness that circled his name on it. He circled him and said, "Yeah, he the one." They took it in there and showed him. They just gave it to him and left back out. Before you know it, he in there screaming and hollering, crying. They come in there talking about what's wrong with you? What you crying for? When they go back in there, he telling on everybody. Mike D, JJ, he telling on everybody. See most of them. Really, tell the truth, ain't nobody built for the streets. The ones who get in the streets and do the things and make it or something like that, they adapted to the street. They like the